All right. I know that you have been busy uh, sending mails with some people that I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think things are moving forward, and people are getting our message and
Mhm.
appreciating our model of enhancement of everyone through our
Mhm.
Sam's blockchain gold. So
Mhm.
a lot of good progress happening, and we are moving forward basically, and I'm handing over all the gold miners and people interested in working with us to you to see
Mhm.
what is the best way of getting that material from Africa legally and ethically basically into Japan, refining it in Mitsubishi refinery, and then basically helping
Mhm.
everybody out that okay, you know the door gold doesn't have any value, okay, but when it becomes a Mitsubishi bullion, then it has a value, okay. It is
Mhm.
hallmarked and it has a value, and that value can be utilized for economic vibrancy of all. And you can use
Mhm.
that money for all your projects in Africa, for enhancing your gold mines and helping your people out, and all those things can happen because now you have your gold which has a value, okay, which nobody can deny. It's a bullion,
Yeah, that's
okay.
correct.
So that's a plan, and everybody is looking at it as a very very innovative way of and I just replied to this gentleman George, evaluate that
George
guy,
Mensa,
looks,
I think that I know him, but
you
I
know
don't
him,
know
okay,
if he,
wonderful.
I
So I
don't
think
know if he's
he,
the same person. But yeah, I mean,
I mean,
please explain me what proposition with him. I mean, is he going to
well, I
move?
think everybody wants to in Africa, and this gentleman also, because we are you are part of this, and I'm part of these WhatsApp groups which are
Sure,
based on gold and diamond miners, and people
sure,
tell
of course.
me, and people from Africa tell me that 90% of these people are scammers, so Mufaddal is
Yes,
really,
that's correct.
that is
Yes,
true
the
also.
scammers.
That is true also. So I was explaining this to one of our very good friend in DRC, because he knows how all this business works, in
Sure.
African environment. So he was
Mm-hmm.
actually, he just came back. We had a small meeting, and he was just warning me, Mufaddal, that these are your groups, and I want to, please eliminate these guys from the group. So I made him an admin also, said that if you know these guys who are scammers, remove them from the system, so that, and so that, they, and tell them and warn them also that, if you're not going to stop this scamming, you will be in prison very soon, because
Ah,
we will report you to the
okay.
authorities, and we'll make sure that you are not you are not free to do bad things,
Mm-hmm. Correct.
bad people needs to be locked up, and in that lockup you will be educated. We will not torture you, we will not torture you in the lockup, but we will educate you, to do the thing,
Okay, okay.
to do the business in the right way. So once you are reformed, then you can come back to the system again, and become part of
Right.
our group. So I simply,
Yeah, but the
no, I
scammers
simply
are
replied,
uh,
like this, that I don't have any issues with anybody, okay, whether they are scammers or, they are liars like Trump or whatever, If the
mhm,
president of this
okay.
powerful company can cheat and lie, then I think a lot of the people of his type follow him, and they
Mm-hmm.
consider lying and cheating as a norm, So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's how this world is all about, and we have to deal with them. So I simply told them that okay, I don't have any issues, because whoever has any gold, we are not paying a single cent to them in advance, whoever that is. That's a policy,
Mm-hmm.
and the policy is
Okay.
not made by me; it is made by Sheikh Mohammed of Dubai. So when he makes
Mm-hmm.
certain policies, that policy is based on previous data and experience and everything. So I follow him, and I follow his policies also. the policy in Dubai is that, no advance to anybody. People who have gold, they can bring their gold to Dubai. We will test the gold in our refineries, and whatever the pure gold comes out of it, okay? If only 1%, 99% is fake and 1% is pure, okay, we will pay them for the pure gold, okay?
Yeah, for the 1%, of course.
Yeah, 1%. If 1% is pure, if your 99% of your gold is contaminated, that's not an issue. But you bring the gold to our refinery, we will, charge you for purifying your gold, and then whatever purified gold comes out, we will pay you for that. Okay, so that is our plan. So I said, well, we don't have any issues with any kind of, gold bullion or door gold or anything available out there. We can simply refine it in our refineries, Mitsubishi and Metal Ore. These are two good refineries. And Hamburg, in Hamburg, we have Arubis, as a very, very good refinery, which can purify any kind of metal because they do copper processing. And, whatever gold comes out of at the end of the day, we will pay you for that. Okay, and we will help you bring that gold money into your country as a foreign direct investment so that everybody benefits from it. So I'm not excluding anybody. Whoever has it, it's a simple process. We have made our process fail proof. People who are scammers, cheaters, as I mentioned, will be reported and locked up, for reforming them, in the right area. And, we move forward so that, and I think now with this COVID-19 era and system, since COVID-19 is taking care of a lot of cheaters, liars, so, we are not worried about it, I mean, they will be taken care of either by authorities or by COVID-19. So we have to move forward with our program positively. And that positive program, I think the current development of Uganda, besides obviously Liberia and, Sierra Leone, etc., those two small countries in West Africa. The development here is, too, you remember we discussed the opportunity available in Nairobi,
Yes.
gentlemen. And then we had a very positive meeting with this consultant in Uganda. And that Ugandan program is moving forward. And, a nice program was developed because, because he was a fellow consultant, a very professional person like you, asking very difficult questions. So then I had to really answer those questions, and collectively we developed a strategy. Okay. And that strategy is a very, very fantastic strategy that, okay, if a person puts in €1 or it's now actually 1 PGC has elevated itself from $1 to €1 to now it is 1.1 pound, UK pound. That's the value of a PGC currently. Because and that actually proves that gold maintains its value while other currencies go down. Previously, the value of 0.025 gram gold was $1, a few months back. Then it became €1, and now it has become 1.1 UK pound. Okay. So that is the elevation of our Park gold coin, or a pure.
Well, the price of the gold is rocketing, no?
Because yeah, it is rocketing. It is going towards 60,000
now. It's going to 59.
Yeah, it's going to 60,000. Yeah. So I mean, we know that.
Yeah, to 60.
That this is, and the reason for that is very simple. And I think I am one of the reasons why it is going up. Is this that I'm telling people that I want, any kind of gold, any quantity of gold available over there, because I need 7 billion, PGCs every day to give it to 7 billion people.
I have a recommendation. I mean, a general recommendation, Mufadal, if you permit me.
Okay.
Because when you speak, and you like to speak very much, that's good for everybody. It's difficult to say to you no. I don't know if you have if you understand that fact, no, because you speak in a language that it's very nice. So sometimes people like me, I am tired and I would like to say no, but I feel like I need to wait 2 or 3 days, no?
Mhm.
The other day, for example, you were talking and you sent me a mail, and for example, I I don't know how to understand, or I do not know how to much, because you are doing this not only, I mean, when we talk, no, you are mentioning the people, the colleagues, the supporters or the partnerships, no, that you have in Africa. You have mentioned this woman in Brazil.
Mhm.
You have mentioned some people also in Canada and abroad, no, same in Pakistan, that you are always punching to Jundit, etc. Okay, so you are asking everybody, including myself, to sell the PGC to the people, but I think that there is something. I mean, you have, in order to have a table or a chair, you need four bases, no? I mean, that you have to support a table or a chair in very well, no? In order for the chair or the table not to go to one side. So in order to sell something, you have to have the product first. If not, you will be asking for a kind of a investment or a contribution, or there will be many people that will be like thinking, what is this? I mean, if I do not see, I will not purchase. I mean, you always have this situation, cash and carry. You pay for what you can receive immediately. If you are going to wait for that, that will be something strange, okay? Or that will be something that people will need probably to deposit their trust, and that's in terms of business not workable. So my idea, for example, that you can implement, of course, is you need a supporter that will bridge. I'm not talking about a bridge financier. What I'm talking is you need to gather money and you need to give. If you have because I have read your proposition, you are going to give, if you receive something, say $1 or €1, you're going to give a DCL. This is the proof of the product. And in order to give the proof of the product, not having the gold, you need to put somebody that can be like a guarantor, that will be the guarantee. So if I invest, for example, 1 million euros, no, in you, I need something, a paper that it's not only one paper, it's just a paper that it's an asset. That would mean if I would like to retrieve 1 million euros in gold, the gold will be there. Okay, so I think that I think the message that you're giving is clear, but the practicity on the ground, I think that there is missing some pieces in Mufadal, and I want you to. This is not a critic, okay? You have to understand this. I want to collaborate with you. I want, okay? So I think that you need, in order for, because you have mentioned many times that you know very well how Procter and Gamble works, internally, externally, okay? So if you want to deliver a product that is the PGC, I think that in order for the machinery to work, first we need the source, no? The supply chain. That's the goal. Second, we need some kind of financial solution. And third, in order for all the people, like the person from Brazil to sell, or the people in Africa, they need to understand how this is going to work. Because if they do not ask you, because you have to understand, probably the people do not question you because they feel, I mean, they feel different. That's the reason. They feel different, so they do not ask you. So this is not a yes, yes, yes. No, everything you say is yes. No, it could be yes first day, but on the second day, on the rest of the days, probably the results are not going to come. So I want to contribute with you. I was very tired to say this the other days, okay, because I was engaged with Mr. Sakata and Mr. Bill, Mr. Cody, and Pierre, and the other people abroad, and yourself. And really, I have rested. I am not speaking with Sakata. He's not calling me also, so I'm resting. I didn't spoke with you 2 days, I think so. So, but now I think that I can tell you this. So, I mean, I am sure that you know that, but you prefer to develop the strategy first rather than to focus on the how do you say, on the machinery of the proposition. No? So that's my point, Mufadal. So I finished now.
Okay, let me reply. Actually, you just mentioned the last point that, okay, strategy and planning in any project basically, takes from the management perspective, 70% of your time. Okay, and once the right strategy is developed, then it takes like 30% of your efforts to just execute it. Okay, so I think what we have done in the last, say, 53 months or so, I'm talking about myself, and then, since we joined hands together, things are moving forward at a very fast pace, because now we are actually working together. Previously I was developing all those things, among scientists and engineers and people who are not business people. Okay, so
Correct.
now with your inclusion as an integral member of the team, you are actually looking everything from the business perspective. And okay, and there is a conventional way of doing business. Okay, I mean, that's a
Right.
business. That's how the business has been operating for, century. It's almost
Forever.
a century now, since the banking system and, all those things got developed, and that became sort of a norm. Okay, so now we know that lying, cheating, all the issues with banking system, everything sort of became a norm. Okay, and now in this COVID-19 era, the previous norm, which was not right, is being challenged. Everything is being challenged now. Okay, and why it is being challenged? Because the technology allows you to challenge the old system so that the new system comes into place. Okay, so now the reality of the fact is this, that whatever I am talking about is being done by others. So I'm not talking about I'm the first one to do it. Okay, blockchain gold is being done. Some people are already doing it. Okay, but that gold trading is probably being done by 2% of the people. Okay, 2% of the population of this world are probably engaged in gold business. Okay, 98% of the people are customers. They buy jewelry and they buy whatever the end product, but they are not part of the operating team. Right? So, I mean, we are talking about a small crowd here of gold miners and processors and refiners. And when you make a list of all those people, you will know that there's hardly 1 or 2% of the population of the world who's actually in the business of gold mining. So now I'm one of them, and since I got involved in gold mining in Africa, because of my bartering situation. That since people didn't have the money to buy my products, and my products are real products, I am my climate smart food, and all the things which I am able to offer, I am really very qualified to offer all of that. Okay, so that's my main business. As a professor, I know that I'm an educator, and everyone in the world today needs education. Okay, and climate smart education is zero competition. There is no competition, because climate smart education is not available in current campuses of the world. Okay, so Energym University has pioneered that particular, education. It's a whole new education system, okay, which we know, and I have enhanced that education system through Japanese system of just in time. That education is useless if it is not just in time applied. Okay, you forget about it and then you need to retrain people and stuff like that. So, it's a just in time application of education. So our main product of our group is climate smart education and food. Okay. Now, in order to do the business effectively, okay, you need to look at the medium of, doing business. And that's what the whole operating strategy is all about, right? And you have option of doing the business either in euro, UK pound, dollar, and dollar is considered today as a dominant force. Okay, every currency gets depreciated, but dollar keeps on appreciating versus other currency. Okay, and versus gold, dollar is also depreciating. Okay, we know that, right? So we know that all paper currency which you have today, okay, nobody is backing it up with 100% gold. Okay, and the demand on the central banks currently is to really back their currency up with 100% gold. So that is the reason why the demand of gold is so high. Okay, because central bank will become the buyer also. They have to buy the gold to back their currency up 100% with gold, because what we are offering is something which is 100% backed by gold. It's not backed by gold, it's gold. Okay, it is gold. I'm not creating any new currency over here. I'm simply selling gold. Okay, now obviously, in order to sell the product, all right, product supply chain is there, right? Any product, from mines, farms to the consumer, there is a supply chain, right? So our engineering team, okay, has developed or transformed that supply chain into a value chain, okay, so that the waste of is minimum, and the quality of the products delivered to the consumer just in time is of excellent quality, because time deteriorates the quality, and gold is an exception, because gold is non-perishable, gold is indestructible. So gold doesn't get destroyed with time. Okay, even if 100 years old gold is there, it's gold. Okay? It cannot be destroyed. Okay, but everything else, like food and everything else which you buy, whatever you need to put it in the warehouse, during the time it stays in the warehouse, it gets deteriorated in quality. So that's why we are interested in transforming or providing everything to the consumer fresh. Okay, so they can consume and take the full benefit of the product. So that is our innovation of transforming the supply chain into a value chain. Now coming back to your question about gold. Okay, all the gold which is available out there is owned either by central banks, right? Or by private owners, okay, billionaires. They own the gold, right?
Yes.
Like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and, all those big foundations, big companies whom I know, they are the people, they are my buyers of gold also. And they keep their asset in gold, not in euro, dollars or stuff like that, because they know the value of gold. Okay. So gold basically is always in demand. All right. And the gold available, obviously, when you have the gold, you don't want to keep the gold steady or dormant. Okay. It doesn't do any good for you. You need to really put it in motion so that you can make money. So that's how gold buying and selling takes place in retail as well as in wholesale. Okay. So what we are simply doing is, Guillermo, we are buying the gold in wholesale, okay, from big people who are interested in making more money, obviously.
Sure.
Right? Because, it's their asset and, they want to make money over in their asset. So all these people, that gold which belongs to all those people is the gold which is available to us, right? It is there, it's gold. Okay. And what we have done up until now is this. To give you an example, I have signed a contract with Robert Cohen, and I will show you the confidential letter also if I haven't shown you that. that 75,000 metric ton of gold is available with their Chinese or, bulk sellers, a group of sellers, okay, consortium. They have 75,000 metric ton gold available in Hong Kong. Okay, so we have literally signed a contract with them, okay, with Robert Cohen, and the minimum quantity of the gold which we are processing through him is 200 metric tons. And to give you an example, today Pierre told me that Mufaddal, the letter which Robert Cohen gave to you expired, okay, a month ago.
Okay.
Because the duration of that letter was 1 month. So I said, well, there is no problem. There is no problem there because the gold is still there, okay? And Robert Cohen's SPA is with you, okay? So you can put yourself as a buyer over there, same contract, refer to my letter to Mr. Robert Cohen, and they will honor that contract which I have signed with him. So you become the buyer, and then you are selling it. Because your company has bought the gold, right? You are my group company. So, Pierre's company in France, we have signed a joint venture agreement. So he's his group company. He will buy the gold. He said, I'm going to buy.
Okay, Mufaddal, please stop there for a moment, okay?
Okay, all right.
So, all right. So, I mean, in this organization that you want to do, I mean, first of all, of course, strategy, I am sure it's a key, okay?
Okay.
But it takes a while. I mean, you have been very honest with me, no? You are saying it has taken 15 months. So 15 months, it's more than 4 years at the moment,
yes.
no? That
yes, exactly. I'm in business. That's my business experience, okay? And I've come, and what I will say is this, Guillermo, compare my performance with every other company's performance of last 53 months. Okay, that when I entered the business, I was a professor, okay, earning a small salary, correct? I was a professor. But then I became an entrepreneur. I left my job in a very difficult time. That was a recession time also at that time, and everybody told me that I'm really a mad person, I mean, so that was a time when I left the job and I decided to become an entrepreneur. Because I became an entrepreneur, say 53 months ago, and in 53 months, that proprietorship I had of 2TQL has become this Sam's TQL Global Group, with so many associates and so many people working with me. Okay, so that is my performance. Okay, performance of my company, and it is an open book, and everybody can review it. And I would like to see a case study in the world where people can say that I have performed better than you in 53 months. Okay, so fine, no problem. I mean, I will definitely learn from them. If they perform better legally and ethically to do a business with $1, €1, okay, and started, and today we are talking about $1 trillion business, okay, because that's what the business is all about, the blockchain gold business. I'm telling you why. I mean, I'm not joking, okay? I'm telling you why, because yesterday 750 billion euro has been approved by the European Union, okay, for the COVID-19
but that's
project.
That's to save the European countries. That's the budget for the European
countries. That's a budget for Europe, right? Now,
coronavirus.
Similarly, $1 trillion plus budget is there in USA. And my USA team is also getting the major market share of that. Okay, now idea is very simple. Our idea is very simple. What I'm talking about $1 trillion is that today we are in a position, and I've convinced Pierre yesterday that Pierre, you've got this 750 billion euro approved by your European Union, and your country is included. France played a major role in getting that approved, because they were fighting over it, how we are going to be spending this money, okay, and which country is going to get what. So they have been fighting for about 3-4 days, and finally yesterday we got a good news that they've approved 750 billion euro program. So I'm simply telling him that, okay, go and enhance it by 10%. Nobody would say no to it.
Right.
That don't enhance my money by 10%. So, show them that this is our
okay,
program.
wait a minute there.
Now,
Wait a minute.
now let me tell
No,
you. I mean,
but
obviously, you are asking me a question, right? How we are going to do that? Do you have the
no,
goal to back it
yeah,
up?
but no, of course, the question is, but wait a minute. What I
Okay.
am saying is, instead, I mean, when you presented me Pierre, you said Pierre belongs to Gemini. Gemini is a trading company in oil, and
Right.
that's true. I spoke with Pierre, and that's what he does.
Right.
But also he has other qualities, other relations. I think what I am saying is, if there is a personal relation between Pierre and you, like you and me have, I mean, we are building a relation. Okay, not only a business relation.
Right.
Okay, what I am saying is, a person like Pierre that probably has his boss, or I don't know how many bosses he has, or his senior partners. I mean, we need somebody. I mean, you need people. Let me say this in clear words. I mean, I am not a millionaire, of course, not a billionaire, but you need, I will repeat, you need one or two or 100 millionaires on your side, like Cody, but you need a Cody or a Pierre that can give you what we need, and what you need, you know exactly what it is. You need
exactly.
a proof of the funds,
No,
but you need that.
I don't need that. I needed that maybe a month ago. Okay, I needed the proof of fund, and I wasted a lot of my time. No, let me clarify now. Okay, I wasted a lot of my time in asking for proof of fund from billionaires. Okay, so if I ask a millionaire, he asks me a million questions. If I ask a billionaire, he will ask me a billion questions. Why should I give you $1? Okay, so I said, well, I am tired of answering those questions. Okay, and I don't want anybody's help anymore. Finish.
No. Yeah, okay,
No.
okay. Let me interrupt. No, wait a minute, Mufadal. Wait, I know that you like to speak. I understand that you do not like to ask for favors. Of course, I mean that's
no favors.
fantastic.
No favors.
No favors. But you got, if what I am understanding is that you want to give this enhancement, 10% enhancement to the partners, and in return they will give something. Okay, so but the point is, how are you going to translate that into actions? I mean, you let's say, here is the strategy, this is the theory. You have to go down. I mean, in order for things to,
let me test this theory out, say with Peru and Mr. Guillermo. Okay. Mr. Guillermo is a respected businessman of Peru. Okay. You're a businessman, right? And with a lot of experience. You've got some gray hair with you, you're not a young person.
Yes.
Okay, you are an experienced person, and Peruvian listen to you when you speak. Okay. And probably the Peruvian businessmen are probably more respected than the Peruvian president. Okay, same situation like America. Right? American businessmen like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and all those people are more respected than President Trump or Biden. Okay, because the Biden and President talks, these people act. They do the action. Because every entrepreneur is full of action. Okay, they don't like nonsense in any business or anything they do. Business is not a nonsense. Okay, business is not talks. Business is all action, and without action, nothing happens. Okay, so I have been, I as a professor, I've studied all these billionaires. Okay, and I've studied the system of all the countries also at the same time, how the leader works and how the entrepreneur works. Now let's look at Peru. What is the population of Peru?
Peru is 33 million people.
33 million people, right? Yesterday we found out that in Uganda there are 42 million people. So very comparable population, okay? So Peruvian are 32 million Peruvians there, right? And
Right.
we want to, enhance the economic capability of each Peruvian. Okay, we want to
Yeah,
enhance. No,
but Mufadal,
hear me
that's
out.
not easy.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. Nothing is easy. Business is not easy. Okay,
Right.
business is not easy. Professorship is easy. Becoming a president is easy. Business is not easy. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, the point here is
Now,
it can take 100
no.
years. It
Now
can
hear
take
me out. No, hear me out. It will take you one day. If you do the right thing, why? Why? I tell you why. I tell you why. Because people are afraid of dying. Dying today, not tomorrow. Today they are dead, finish, gone. People are dying, okay, in thousands. And because of COVID-19 is spreading. In South America, it is spreading like wildfire. Okay, so like Australia was destroyed by wildfire, okay, and the property of Australian got destroyed. Over here, people are getting destroyed by this COVID-19. People are dying. Okay, so they listen to you. When you give them a solution of protecting themselves from COVID-19. Okay, so now the idea is this, okay, you are a gold person, you're a gold person trading in gold. People respect you because they say, okay, this guy is a seasoned gold trader. Okay, so when you talk about gold, people will listen to you. Okay, good. So now idea is very simple. I mean, this is what and I want to test this out, the Ugandan model with the Peru model. Okay, and in the Ugandan model, and Peru is, I think, more economically vibrant than Uganda. I think much better economic condition is there in Peru versus Uganda. Okay, Uganda is a very poor country in Africa. All right, DRC is very rich, but Uganda is very poor. Okay, so in that poor country, when we started asking this question, because even the first question which was being asked from me was, Mufaddal, I'm ready to set up Sam's TQLMA Uganda. Tell me what is your startup budget? And when are you transferring that money to Uganda? Okay, that was a question. Because everything was done,
Okay.
they are ready to do. So obviously you need money to do business, right? Okay.
Right.
So I was being asked that question. So then I said, okay, I asked Mark the same question. What is the population of Uganda? Because I know that it happened. Okay, because I knew it happened. When I was there in Uganda 2 years ago, and my host was the president of Bridge Party. Okay, it was a gold and diamond miner and the president of Bridge Party. Okay, Bridge Party was formed in Uganda to bridge the gap between rich and poor. Okay.
Okay.
Because either in Uganda, I don't know about Peru, but in Uganda, you have 1% rich people and 99% poor people. There is no middle class. Okay, in Uganda. So either super rich or super poor or poor. Okay. So in order to bridge this gap between super rich and super poor, this gold and diamond miner formed a bridge party. It's a political party. Okay.
Okay.
And he said, okay, if I get 10% of the population of Uganda with me, okay, on my project, and if I enroll them, okay, then I will be in a very good shape. So he met his target, okay, and exceeded his target. And he said, okay, €1 kind of Kinshasa or their local currency. Okay, he said, okay, €1. Everybody can join the party with €1. And when they join the party, these are all the benefits of joining Bridge Party. And he was a gold miner and a rich person. So everybody listened to him. He was a leader also. He was a mayor in his city also, something like that. So he was in a political scenario already there. And, and he became a mayor and stuff like that. And then he decided that, okay, the problem of the people are so severe that, the NGO will not help. If he forms an NGO to help these people, the NGO will not be very effective. Okay, so he, instead of forming an NGO, he formed a Bridge Party. Okay, and started enrolling people. So my model of enrolling all the Peruvian or all the Ugandan is not new. It has already been practiced and successfully practiced. So those people joined because it was easy for them to put in their €1. Everybody had €1 in their pocket, €1, and they joined the party. Okay, so this whole group of people got assembled. Now I had a meeting right in the center of Uganda on the 5th floor of a company overlooking the secretariat of the government. I was right in the heart of it. Okay, and I was meeting all these high-profile Ugandan, professors and scientists, and all those people were assembled. That this is a professor from Pakistan, and he's here to solve the problem of Uganda. So ask him some difficult questions. Okay, don't ask him easy questions, because this professor is he can answer all the questions for you.
Yeah. Sure.
So they asked all the difficult questions. Okay, and I answered all the questions, and in 1 week's time, this thing kept on going for 1 week. Number of meetings. After 1 week's time, I was named by all of them as a walking encyclopedia.
Huh.
They told me that,
Okay.
that you have answer to every question. I mean, I've never seen anybody, giving very prompt answers, okay, like this, without referring to books. So it seems that, you are a walking encyclopedia. So that's how I gained their respect, okay, because I told them that whatever I'm talking about, I am able to do it. And I like your party, I like your concept, and I would like to help all the Ugandans, economically thrive. So that was 2 years ago. And that same model I asked this gentleman to implement in Uganda, because it has been done before. So I said, now in the COVID-19 time, the role of the government is not going to get any revenue today, because nobody has money to pay taxes. All right.
Right.
So all the taxes has been waived off, all the taxes has been deferred. And today, every government is interested in helping the citizens out. And if they don't help the citizen out now, the government is gone. Okay. Like Trump's government is in trouble, and all the people, other people who are not supporting their citizens, their government is in trouble. So the government needs help, okay, to survive. Right. So that's how the whole plan developed. And how it developed, I said €1 and 42 million people. Provide this message. You are a high-profile person there, and I will help you with the right team there, because to communicate with all the students and professors and teachers are with me. They know me. So you combine with them and start spreading this message around, and start enrolling people, those people also who doesn't have $1. So you give them, support, that we will give you $1 to join this club. So once they join the club, then I will give them €4 or 4 PGC. Okay. So how much PGC each Ugandan has now? 5. Correct?
Okay.
And then I told him that now I will ask the president of Uganda, after doing this, that okay, we have got 42 million people enrolled in the TQL club, and each person now are the owner of 5 PGC. Would you like to match it up with 5 PGC? He would not say no to it, okay, because his job is to help the citizens. Okay, so he will put in 5 PGC for each Ugandan. So now each Ugandan has 10 PGC. Okay, so we multiplied. Okay, so now all of a sudden we started with 0, and we have 420 million PGC, to build these 3 campuses on the River Nile and Lake Victoria. Very comfortable amount. Okay, so I said, everything became self-sustaining. And then he asked me a question: how you are going to pay for PGC? Do you have the money to pay? I said, well, I'm in the gold business. You know the amount of money I make in gold, right? When I sell my PGC, I get my gold from the mines. Okay, I get it at a certain price, and exactly how much money I make. Okay, so if I buy the gold from the mine at, say, $35,000, I sell it at $58,000. Okay, 2% discount. So I'm making a lot of money, okay, in doing my gold business. So I have the money to pay, or Kardan Hasana. I'm giving them Kardan Hasna of 4 PGC. Okay, so it's there
Yeah,
in their
but
account.
Mufadal,
So
if you
now,
can,
tell me, is it possible to do this in Peru?
uh, I'm not sure of that, Mufadal, because
Mm-hmm.
it's not. I mean, you are asking me if I am a political person,
No, you're not a political
political,
person. You're
no?
a businessman interested in
No,
making
yeah,
money.
but I mean, in order to make this kind of
Mm-hmm.
support that you are proposing, like the
Mm-hmm.
thing in Uganda,
Mm-hmm.
you need to be like a political party, or you need
No,
to
no,
be.
no. Idea, given you the idea. Okay.
Mhm.
Today, you can form a bridge party in Peru,
No, no,
the
no.
gold
It's
money.
not. That's not.
No, with the gold
Yeah,
money.
but
It's a very good concept of bridging the gap between rich and poor, because rich and poor is in everywhere. Rich and poor are in North America. Rich and poor. No, but no country has everybody rich. Okay. No country in the world has everyone rich. Every country is rich and poor. Okay. And all the problems in the world is because of this difference between rich and poor. And the poor people are out there on the street trying to kill the rich people today. So all the rich people are scared that they have got two threats. Okay. One is COVID-19, and the other threat is that some crazy person who is not happy with them, will come and kill him. So the leaders and the rich people today are facing two type of threats. One is they are afraid of COVID-19 because they cannot see COVID-19, and COVID-19 can come to them, like Boris Johnson had it, and he came out of it. So it is COVID-19. You cannot protect yourself from COVID-19 because the presidents and prime ministers cannot protect themselves from COVID-19. But at the same time, they are having a risk. If they don't really work for people, the people will come and kill them, because they are all on streets now. Okay, so serious problems are there for the governments today, and we are trying to solve that problem by helping their people. Okay, because we are helping their people come out of the poverty, come out of
no, but
COVID-19.
I mean, okay. The thing
Okay.
that you are explaining, of
Mm-hmm.
course,
Okay.
can work
Mm-hmm.
or can grow,
Mm-hmm.
but you are asking me or asking everybody to develop that from scratch. I mean, from zero,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's
It is
that.
there.
Yeah,
It's a new
but
concept.
that's
It's a
yeah,
new
but that's
concept,
very yeah. Okay, that's
and everybody needs the to protect their lives, and we are giving them a solution of
yeah,
COVID-19.
sure.
Nothing else.
But I mean, that's how can I say this? That's another focus, no?
Hmm?
Because that's like creating a business, no, or considering that like a bank. Okay, but
No, no,
in
no.
order
I
to
don't like banks. I don't like banks.
right, but in this
Banks is
particular
not good for
case,
anybody.
yeah, what I am saying, Mufadal, regarding the banks is that uh, for banks you need a strong equity. You need
Now
a
I tell you
license.
something. I tell you something. I give you a good news. Okay, a very, very, very good news.
Sure.
I know one of the very, very senior, very seasoned, very successful scientist. Okay,
Hmm.
is part of my group, and you know him, right? Dr. Chan is his name. Okay, and
Okay.
I'm going to share his profile with you. Okay,
Okay.
confidentially, his profile with you. Okay,
Hmm.
and in one of the meetings, and he is responsible for giving me the contract, the signed contract of 2,000 metric ton in Thailand. Okay,
Okay.
which
Hmm.
we are planning to buy, right? And $300 million was required in our account, HSBC Hong Kong, to execute the deal, which is happening now. Okay, we are in the process of doing that. So now
Okay.
I gave you his idea. He has got, and I think I shared that contract also with you. He has got 7,000 metric ton gold in UBS in Tokyo.
Okay.
Same guy, same person, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, Mufaddal, you can sell 1,000 metric ton from that gold to your big players, big people like Kevin Cody, or to your Switzerland partner or whoever, okay? And the commission money which we will make, okay, we will meet in Hong Kong or Austria. He lives in Austria, okay? And he said, I would like to physically meet with you in Austria or in Hong Kong, and the 6,000 metric ton which you have, okay, and the PGC, and that's how the People Pure Gold Coin concept got developed. Previously, it was Park Gold Coin, right? So he was not in support of that name of Park Gold Coin. Yeah, so he's a person who gave me this People's Gold Coin, okay? So he said, PGC is fine, name it a People's Gold Coin. And would you love this concept that after, when we have 6,000 metric ton gold with us to back your People's Gold Coin, every central bank will honor this. I will make sure that they do. Why? Because your PGC, People's Gold Coin, is 100% gold backed. And no central bank will say no to it. Very simple. And the concept is there. So we are talking about even getting these certifications about our product, which we are talking about, SAM's blockchain gold, from central banks. They will not say no to it. They will say, okay, good. We approve this program. It's 100% gold back. They cannot say no. There is no room for saying them no. Because it will automatically come to them, because their program currently is not 100% gold backed. The currency which they are using today, any currency of the world today. Okay, ask Boris Johnson or ask Mr. Trump, do you have the gold with the amount of money circulating in dollars today? He doesn't have it. China has it, I know that. Yuan is 100% gold backed. Not 100%, but China has the gold. China doesn't have a problem of making his currency Yuan 100% gold backed. They can do it because they have the gold with them. And our plan was, because I'm selling it to the Chinese buyer, right? I have a Chinese buyer, who is interested in buying that 10,000 metric ton, per month gold I have available from Robert Cohen. And that was the reason I was saying that the money will be with us. So I'm actually finalizing the contract with that lady who is in USA, okay, to do the TTM in Hong Kong. And the buyer will be there. And we close the deal. She is very, very interested. And I will actually give Robert Cohen's SPA to her. She can sign the SPA directly, with Robert Cohen. There's no issue. Okay. I'm selling it at 5% net, and we know that 1% will come to us plus the commission. So that's a lot of money with 10,000 metric ton gold there. So buyer is already there. Okay, so this is actually our plan. That our plan is such, since we are doing every business legally and ethically, okay, there is no government which would say no to it, and there is no central bank which would say no to it, that this is illegal. It's not illegal, it's legal and ethical. And the statement which I have made, to everyone was, even in Uganda and to all the governments, is that I want my company, SAM's TQLMA Global, to be the highest taxpayer. Why? Because I know that without the government support and infrastructure and security, you cannot operate in any country. You need their support, right? So they will support the highest taxpayer, obviously. And we have enough profits, which we do. My gold profits, you know how much we are making, right? You exactly know the amount. I'm giving you a minimum profit.
I know, Mufaddal, how much we can make.
Yes.
I don't know. What I do not know is how much you have made already. I mean, that
I have made a lot. I have made a lot. I have made a lot. Okay. All these things which I have today is not coming from thin air, my friend. Okay.
No, I am not. I am not saying.
No,
I am not saying that.
What I'm saying is this. I'm saying is this. You have a company in Peru, right? You own a company in Peru. Okay.
Right.
Currently, we are co-owning a company in H&T World Limited, right? You are a director, I'm a director.
Right. Yeah.
All these
Hong Kong,
things is not thin air. They are real things. Okay, real companies, real things. Okay, I have formed a company, it's a real company. Okay, I have done all the hard work, real things. Okay, I have made all my savings and put all my savings into this company, real things. Okay, so these are all real things. And I'm basing it, everything is based on you know, the asset I have. Procter & Gamble, I ran this company. Real thing. It's a leading consumer product company in the world. I know inside out how that company operates. All right? Real thing. Procter & Gamble is real. Okay? I am a Toyota production system expert. Toyota is real. All right?
right.
You know, Mr. Sakata, we salute Toyota. Everybody salutes Toyota. Right? So all these
Right.
things
Toyota
which we are talking
is,
about, Mr. Guillermo, is real. Okay? Now, the situation is this. The situation is simply this. That currently we have to really work as a team without, you know, doubting ourselves. We don't doubt each other. But obviously, a lot of the people, 99% of the people working with us has doubts in their mind. How this system will work. You know, how it is possible. You know, why it didn't came to us. Okay. Why this idea didn't came to us. Because it's real. Okay. And I know how, because I'm a PhD person, right? When you do a PhD in one subject, okay, Guillermo, you can analyze every field of the world. You have the technical skills of analyzing everything. Okay. So if a PhD goes for one day to DRC, you know, and working with the miners out there, I can know everything what the miners' problems are and how to solve it. So that's a skill we have, right? Getting a PhD is not easy. Okay, that I can tell you this. Okay, getting a PhD is not easy, and getting a PhD from University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign is not at all easy. It's very, very difficult. Okay, so I've done that. I've done the difficult things in my life. Okay, so now I don't want people to go through that difficulties anymore. So when my students will going to do PhD, they will be doing it with delight. And when they complete their PhD, they will be a millionaire. That's what our plan is. Because they know how to do these things, you know. They know how to lead a farm school. They know how to lead a gold mine, climate smart gold mine. So these are all high profile business, which we already are experienced in doing. Okay. So there is no doubt about anything which I am proposing and anything which I am, you know, telling people to do. It's just a matter of what Mr. Tar says. Okay. You can dream in the night. Okay. You dream that you want to be, you want to create a heaven on earth. But when you wake up, start doing things. Don't dream in the daytime. You can dream in the night. Okay, but in the daytime, you start working.
Yes,
so now tell me something. I need specifics from you, okay? I need specifics from you. I need you to find out how much gold David has in Sierra Leone, okay? David, our gemologist, okay?
Okay, so I
find
will
out,
need
exactly
to speak
find
with
out
him.
How much gold does it have, and when and how he can ship that gold via Brinks to Japan. Find that specific
questions. Do I have the connection with David?
Yeah, you have the connection. You know, in the last email from George Mensa, David and Mr. Tar has been copied, and you are the leader. You know, I told him that this is the team.
Yeah.
Okay? You know that Mr. Tar has about 100 kilogram gold available to him, with him, right? And Mr. Mensa has already sent you the offer, okay, about his company and his business and everything. So these are the three people, specific, real people with gold with them. And we need to work out a procedure with them that, okay, based on my experience, I believe this is a procedure. And this is how we would like to help you out. I'm not saying no, okay? Don't say no
Mm-hmm.
that we cannot pay taxes. We will pay taxes.
No, no, okay.
We will do it.
Well,
But then this is the procedure.
let me give you an interruption, Mufadal, if
Okay,
I can.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's say, let's say that the miracles exist. Miracles. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have some friends, no, in Venezuela.
Okay.
And they are related with people in the oil business.
Okay.
And suddenly, I mean, you appear there, and well, you have some connections.
Mm-hmm.
And I am using one of those connections for a deal.
Okay.
For a deal, no?
Okay.
And the only situation that will stop the deal from concluding is that the buyer at some moment, they have to, I mean, the buyer that signs, he's not the owner of the money, but at some point he has access to the money, some means of an escrow account or some
okay.
RWA, I mean, that it's
Okay.
available on a bank account that he has on New York. This person is
okay.
from Trinidad and Tobago. It's
okay.
black, okay? I have
Okay.
spoken with him. His name
Okay.
is Cleo Jones, okay?
Okay. Okay.
And his company is BDA. BDA is like a law firm, something like that. But he's actually he's a former marine merchant captain. I mean, he's a captain for.
Oh, he's a captain
shipping.
of the ship. Okay, all right.
Yes, I mean, he has been a captain for many years, and he's
Okay.
now, he has connections. So he's going to purchase from me, okay, 200 million gallons, Rotterdam, 200 million gallons, Houston, if I can provide, no, through some connections, okay, that I have made.
Okay.
The ICPO is already done. I have written the ICPO. I have put the signature of this Mr. Jones or his people, okay?
Okay.
So the point is, I have spoken with Jones today. So today, and I was very busy.
Okay.
And I asked him, listen, the seller, that it's Russian, they need that you present at some moment an ATV, okay?
Okay.
And the reason why I have been engaged with this person Jones is because the friend that I have in Venezuela, he's connected with Jones. Okay. And he sent me a previous information that I shared. You remember I shared in the expert oil, I shared a contract from Lukoil. You remember that?
Okay.
And there was a comment of Constant Sealy. You remember there was a comment? And so that contract didn't work. But this Jones was working with some other people, and actually he was working with some people in Spain, and also with the Russians, okay? And the point is that in Jones have told me that he thinks that he can give an ATV. Okay, what's an ATV? An ATV, it's a letter that comes from a tank farm.
Yeah.
But that has a cost.
Right.
And normally the cost is something like it's less than a TSR. Maybe a TSR can cost 7 days. 7 days, no, like
right.
It can cost $50,000 per day, so it's something like 350 or between $300,000 to 350. So, and an ATV in terms of how much it costs could be 70,000 and between 70, 80 to $100,000.
Okay.
So I mean, he said that probably he will go for that.
Okay.
So this deal that it's a millionaire, will be depending on this investment that the buyer or the owner of the money will need to do to present from their tank farm that is also Russian in Rotterdam, an ATV.
Okay.
So my proposition to you, Mufadal, if it takes the time, probably I can think that I can say to Jones, okay, Jones, don't worry too much. Speak with the owner of the money, pay for the ATV, and it will be backed. Okay, it will be backed by our global SAMS TQLA
global,
made.
right?
Yeah, it will be backed because they have collaborate. They have actually collaborate providing the source. Okay, the source. So you enter on the deal, you put the money, you put the ATV. The Russian seller will provide the full proof of the product, the SGS, etc.
Yeah.
And the product will be there, and you will become a millionaire from day one. Okay.
Okay.
So that is done at the moment. Mufada. Yeah, that's good. But the point is, in the when you were talking about Pierre and I was saying, no, I mean, probably depending what you or because I have not. I mean, you are talking with Pierre, and I do not want to mess around. Okay, but probably Pierre and his teammates, he could be the candidate to help you, me, and Sakata, no, to do the deal with Cody or with whatever person. I mean, the point is, I know that you are tired of the bridge financiers because they do nothing. I mean, they just want
I mean,
the
they waste
money.
time.
They do not collaborate. No,
right.
So, but in order to work the Japanese thing with Sakata, you know exactly what we need.
Yeah, exactly. I know, and I think I'm not even discussing that because we will provide that. I mean, we know Mr. Sakata is real, and that's what the Japanese requirement is. So we will meet the requirement.
So, Mufada, listen to this. Let's say, as I was saying before, miracles exist, and because I have been trying, and I will continue trying 1 or 1 trillion times. I don't. But I mean, I am getting older. You don't see, when I start this, I was young. I was younger. Okay.
Right.
So the point is, if I have the sources or the this will be an easy cake because sometimes for example, no, I told you, and that this was my introduction with this Jones. You remember I sent to you the ICPO of this American company, Franklin Global?
Right.
And you share that with the okay. Well, when I spoke with Jones, he was actually in the middle, and he's on the middle of a transaction that probably is not going to work. I do not know. Maybe yes, it works.
Okay.
But I said, okay, listen, if you are going to do this, I would like, no, if just for the record, if you fail to sell to your exit buyer, that was really like a long shot of myself.
Right. Okay.
If you fail to sell, my people, these people, frankly, they can purchase. So, for example, let's say you have the product on the tank, and the buyer does not pay for the money.
Okay.
You call me, you give me the SGS, you give me everything. I will call the Randy. I will arrange in 48 hours. They will decide to purchase from you, okay, on the good price.
Right.
And regarding price, Mufadal, the price that Pierre has given to you, those $56.
The jet fuel, right?
Very expensive. Because
I know it is.
The market, very expensive. That's the market price is 44.
I know.
44, no, four fingers.
No, I know that. I know that, and the reason I think that invoice came to me simply because he told me, Mufaddal, please modify this invoice so that the payment can be made in PGC.
No, but actually the price was 50.
So I know. And I sent that to my engineer, Bishnuji Singh, who is an aviation person, because this was jet fuel, right? So I sent that to him, and I said, well, do you have airliners to buy this product? So he says, Mufaddal, USA is dormant. There is no buyer for jet fuel in USA. Okay. So you may be able to sell it to some people, in China or Asia or other places. They may have the money to buy it if the deal is good. Okay. So everybody's looking for good deals, and if they have the money, they may buy. Okay. But I think probably they will make more money in gold. That's what he told me. They will make more money in gold than in petroleum because there is no petroleum buyer there,
Yeah, sure. Right.
So that's a dormant situation. So, actually transacting petroleum transaction is very, very difficult unless it is super, super attractive for everybody.
No, well, the petroleum as anything is very difficult. The point is, if you have all the elements on your side,
I told Pierre this statement. Okay, I gave this statement. Well, Sam's TQLMA Global is the buyer of all the high sulfur products. Okay. I want to buy the high sulfur products at the best price I can get it. And then I will be transforming that into climate smart fuel for bunker fuel ships as well as for aircrafts. Because I know how to do that. In my biofuel refinery. So I am the buyer.
Okay, one interruption. Why don't you trade? I mean, in studying or researching for a PhD, you have this equation that are the trade-offs. You have many trade-offs. So trading on a PhD in concepts on lines of research, things like that, hypothesis, 1, 2. So why don't you tell Pierre, we are going to do with you the recycling business, okay?
Okay.
So you stand up, not sitting. You have to.
Your voice is gone, Guillermo. Unmute.
Yeah, okay. It was my finger.
Yeah, okay.
I will repeat. I was standing up. So why don't you stand up and instead of losing time, you buy the gold for me in Japan?
Right.
I mean, because you are giving him something, you will give. So this is not a favor. This is a business.
It's a business.
So it's a business. So you tell him, listen, I have an exit buyer. It's there. So you go with Guillermo, to Japan, and you close the deal.
Right.
Just that.
Right.
So
actually, I exactly mentioned that to him. Of course, our deal is easy to close, Guillermo, but I told him that, okay, you're talking about, huge amount of transactions in petroleum. So you close the deal of 200 metric tons with Robert. Sign the SPA, close the deal of 200 metric ton, and that is your goal in your company.
No, but but 200 metric tons, it's a lot of tons.
A lot of money. I know that. So I told him that. And today he said he's going to do that. But now we'll tell him that, okay, forget about 200 metric ton, do 21 metric ton.
Yes, I mean,
it's easy.
My opinion.
I actually didn't mention that to anybody, okay, Guillermo.
Okay.
21 metric ton deal is between you, me, Mr. Sakata, and Kevin Cody. Nobody knows about it.
Yeah, right. But Mufadal, my point is, okay, I was saying, your strategy and the ground.
Right.
And I do not know your previous background, so if you want to share that with me, fine, But so saying, for example, your position with Sakata is here. It's here. That's what he knows. But you have not go down. There is a problem there that will be solved.
No, I think I don't even discuss that anymore.
No, of course, but what I am saying is we need to go. We are talking, no?
Yeah.
I am talking with you, you are talking with me.
Right.
to move from strategy to the ground. So what
Right.
I am
Right.
what I am saying about Pierre
Mhm.
is something that you are sharing. I am saying
I
tell
will share
Pierre
with
to
him.
purchase the gold,
No,
and
no, I
you
will
have
share with
already
him.
told him that.
I will share with him. No, no, I will share with him this, okay, today. As soon as we are done, I will share with him that, okay, Pierre, 200 metric ton might be difficult for you to do. But now let's work with Gemini and all your contacts and everything in petroleum to really close the 21 metric ton deal in Japan. Okay, it's a very easy thing to do. Let's do it today. Don't waste any time, because now you need to sell a lot of gold to European Union. Okay, I've given him your $750 billion transaction to close. So why don't you start small, okay, and do a 21 metric ton. Then you go and do 200 metric ton after you are successful with 21 metric ton.
No, okay. The next story, Mufadal, that you
Okay.
should do. Wait. The next story that you have to tell Pierre is, listen, we will make an alliance. Okay.
Okay.
Not only the joint venture. The joint venture, I don't know if it. I mean, maybe it works similar as an alliance. But what I am saying, okay, let's work together for 2 years. Okay.
Okay.
2 years.
Okay.
If you want to, after 2 years, if you want to separate,
Yeah.
fine, no, not a problem. Let's do 2 years together. So that
Okay.
means you purchase, we both have benefits. Okay.
Right. Right.
For 2 years. After I mean, after 3 or 4 months, we is Mufadal, Guillermo, and the team, Sam, Sticky Elma, Global, etc. We will be strong also, but we want to work with you 2 years.
Yeah, fine.
2 years.
Fine.
And then if you want to continue with us, fine.
Right.
If you want to separate, no problem. No, but if you work with us with the gold, we can do the oil, we can do the rest, etc. Okay, so but he has to understand that we have access to the sources.
Right.
We have.
Yeah, we have.
So yeah, we have access. So the only thing we need to do is to concrete.
Yes.
And I think that you have the, I mean, the intelligence.
The biggest news you can give him is this, that we have Mr. Jones, we have the exit buyer, okay, and complete this transaction, which you're talking about. So we give that challenge to him.
No. Okay, the thing with Jones, I mean, let's wait a minute, regarding Jones and this guy from Trinidad. Pierre, Pierre is a market.
Okay.
So what means that? He's like the bankers, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Bankers never sell something with discount, never.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So if he told me that once on the phone or twice, no. If he sells jet fuel, or diesel, bunker diesel, or D6 or D2, whatever, he normally sells with premium.
I know.
I mean, the index plus a price. Okay.
Right.
He does not sell with discount like the Russian. So he's a market man, or he's a banker man, like a bank.
Okay.
So I mean, a guy like Jones that I am commenting, for example, listen to this. His buying price before, I mean, was 56, and he was selling at 58. Okay. And the price that I have given to him, it's 46. So there's a difference of 10.
10.
10.
Okay.
10. That's
a great difference. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a difference. I mean, it's
yeah. Now, I tell you something. There are two people, okay, who can help us. One is Dr. Gadir. We can form we already have an alliance with him. There's no issue there, okay? Dr. Gadir can help you out, and regarding satisfying Mr. Jones. And then we have to test one other person, okay? and that person has 40 years experience again, and Pierre is very young, okay? But Mr. Zelle, again in France, he's a very seasoned petroleum person, okay? With very,
Right.
very good contacts in Russia and everywhere, all right?
No,
So
no,
he is,
but at the moment, for your information, Mufadal, I have the source.
Mhm.
I mean, the source, the selling source is.
You have it, okay, good,
Yeah, I have the source. The source
good,
is
good, good.
the Russian is called it's called Lukoil.
Oh, Lukoil, okay, all right,
No, but it's not Lukoil directly. It's a branch. It's
okay,
called the Lukoil Ural Nefte Product.
okay,
Ural Nefte Product. Okay,
Mhm.
that's the provider.
Okay,
And as I'm telling you, I mean, I have printed
okay. So
the
now,
two ICPOs from Jones
okay,
to Lukoil Ural Nefte Product. No, so
okay,
that's
all right. So now
today. So
what needs to be done? Tell me exactly what needs to be done to link John's
well,
with the supplier.
right. What needs to be done is on the next days I will receive an SPA,
Mhm.
okay,
Okay,
and the normal documents of non-disclosure, non-circumvention,
right, right.
uh, and then it will come the commercial invoice for
Mhm.
Jones,
Okay,
and that Jones will need to sign, or I am like the manager, okay, of that transaction,
Mhm.
and he will need to ask to his tank farm that I know already what's the name
Mhm.
for the letter that it's where are the what is the registration number
Mhm.
of the tanks, the GPS coordinates,
Okay,
the number, the terminal hub, and
Mhm.
who is the manager of
Okay.
that letter is called the ATV letter,
ATV letter. Okay.
authorization to verify. No?
Authorize them to verify. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, once that letter is in place from the tank farm of the buyer of Jones
Mhm.
and the seller will provide a full pop.
Okay.
And once the full pop is done,
Mhm.
well, they will inject, and that's it. No, I mean the
Okay.
transaction will be beautiful, but I mean
Okay.
that's the situation, no?
So
So
now, I mean, in terms of facilitating the whole thing, you do not require any kind of finance in this one, right?
no, 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 no. The only thing that I need from you is
Mhm.
that if something happens from Jones,
Mhm.
okay,
Okay.
I need to be strong,
Right.
no.
Right. Right.
I need to be strong, and I need to tell him, listen, Jones,
Okay.
you have to pay for the ATV whatever it
Mhm.
takes, what
Right.
you pay.
Right.
And if you do not want to pay, you are a fool.
Mhm.
You are going to lose
Right.
a
It's a great
super
opportunity.
fantastic yeah. And
Exactly.
and if you want,
Mhm.
we can connect with Mufadal,
Right.
because he will we will back. I mean,
Yeah.
we will
Yeah.
guarantee your $70,000 or $100,000. We
Right.
will we will back that with you to you.
Right.
So I mean, that's the only thing that we. I mean, we are not going to give you money. You
Right.
have to pay for that, but we
Right.
we will
We'll back it up.
support you.
We'll back it up.
Yeah, back
Okay.
it. That's the only thing that we need to do.
Good. Let's move forward. Looks very, very exciting.
Yeah, and more or less. Going to a brief and this very interesting conversation with you, Mofadal.
Mhm. Right.
Same thing you need to do
Mhm.
yourself
Mhm.
with Pierre.
Here.
You have to tell Pierre, you have to back me. I
Right.
mean, now you have to back me now, not tomorrow. Now, I
Exactly.
mean, now we
Exactly.
have
Exactly. And I
21
think
metric tons.
what I'm
You
going
have
to
the
do
money.
is
You have the
no.
money, so you purchase the gold. So
Correct. What
what's
I'm
the
going to do
problem?
is no. What I'm going to do is this. Okay. You tell him, and you can come, and we will. I will reply like to him that
Uh-huh.
Pierre, please don't worry about the SPA of 200 metric tons with Robert. which you just promised me to do, you will you take care of the 21 metric ton, okay, Japan gold, and I will find the right exit buyer if the price of the jet fuel is right.
Yeah, but the price, okay, the price. Yeah,
if the price is right, okay, the price is higher.
But,
and actually the response has been given by engineer Vishnuji Singh that at this price, I mean, nobody is going to buy it in America.
Yeah.
You can sell to Chinese maybe,
No. Chinese also, they buy Uzbekistan.
Chinese will probably not buy that at that price also. No. So I think the price has to be right. You have to inform that to the, the seller that this price is too high. And when, that invoice, the benefit of that invoice is this, okay? With PGC, you actually are making more money, in the whole transaction because, the dollar value gets depreciated continually, okay? So that is the amount of money you lose when you do the transaction with dollar. But now when you convert the dollar to PGC, all of a sudden the transaction becomes very attractive, okay? And you are making an additional 10% when you do this transaction with PGC, because we are offering that PGC at discount to you.
Yeah, but that's what I am saying, Mufadal, is regarding Pierre. Just I don't know if it works for him, no? But
no, I think I'm going to do that because
try to sell the future.
You see, like this, okay? I like your idea, a 2-year alliance with him, and in petroleum, because he's basically a petroleum man, okay? And I will simply say that, okay, Guillermo is both a petroleum as well as a gold man, okay? And we do the alliance because, we are partners. You are my partner in France. Guillermo is my partner and director in HNT World Limited. Okay, so it's a 3-people alliance of doing the gold business as well as the petroleum business collectively with our resources. And now, based on that alliance, which we will, formulate, the first transaction is not the 200 metric ton of Robert Cohen's gold, but the first alliance is that we will try to sell your products, Gemini's product and this jet fuel to the exit buyer directly, okay, if the price is right. Okay, number one, that's one thing. And the other thing is this, that don't worry about 200 metric ton, just close the 1/10 of that amount, which is 21 metric ton in Japan. So this is a performance target, okay? You have to perform on closing that deal, and then we will perform in selling your products, petroleum products. Win-win situation.
But maybe the issue, Mufadal, is that it's the gold transaction is really like 10 or 100 times faster than
I know it is. And idea is very simple. Okay, idea is very simple now. I don't have any problems, because we know that 1 million to 3 million is what we need to give to Mr. Sakata to activate the whole situation, So that is our plan. And I didn't share our transaction, okay, of 21 metric ton with anybody. So that's between you, me, Kevin Cody, and, that's it. Okay. Nobody else knows about it. Okay. So I will, and our role collectively is that Kevin Cody is unable to provide that support of finance, of putting in $1 million in Mr. Sakata's account. So our target would be to put that $1 to $3 million in Mr. Sakata's account as soon as possible. Okay. And then we conclude the transaction with Mr. Cody. That's what my main interest is. But if you want to involve Pierre, I can do that.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I thought that it was good because what you were saying, maybe you have, how can I explain? I mean, maybe he listens to you.
Yeah, he does. He does that, and I think I will offer him that, and he will be delighted. Because there are two things, okay, which I haven't offered to him. One is the 2,000 metric ton transaction, okay, so that is simpler than Robert Cohen again. because over there also we require only $500 million to conclude the transaction, right? And once that is concluded, then we say, okay, we only require, a small amount of 1 metric ton, which is about $50 million. And to do that, we need $5 million only to conclude the transaction in Mr. Sakata's account. So it's simpler, to do that.
The other, Mufadal, the other thing that can convince Pierre to enter to the business is that.
Would you like to initiate this, Guillermo, or I should do that?
No, you have to initiate.
I initiate.
Not me.
Okay.
Yes.
I will do
no,
that.
but what I am saying is you have to memorize this thing that I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Sakata says that the gold that can be bought in Japan with discount can be sold in Japan also with premium.
Okay.
I mean, so you
no lose, nothing to lose.
Yeah. So I mean, really. The thing for Pierre to understand is, I am not a gold investor, so I buy the gold and then what I do? I do not know.
Okay.
Come on. So you will sell. Come on, Pierre. Gold is the currency, the new currency. So you buy gold with discount,
sell it immediately.
And you can sell gold with a premium price.
Exactly.
Premium. So he needs to understand that. If he does not understand that, okay. But I mean, Sakata, I mean, the business, if you remember, the $3 million business that you and I were talking, the 50 kilos.
Right.
The 50 kilos model was, you buy the 50 kilos with 2 points discount, only two, or free, like this. And you sell that with the taxes, with the local taxes. So you will add the additional 10 points.
Okay.
Then with those 10 plus 2, you have 12. You have to pay some taxes, but at the end of the day, you will remain with 7 or 8, because you pay taxes on 12, you take 4, no, and you keep 8, or you keep 7. So that's the point. So I mean, you are not earning 2; you are earning 2 plus 5 or plus 6. So that's a lot.
A lot of money. Yeah, exactly.
A lot. No. So the point here is, you have to trade off with Pierre. If you are successful with that, we can have a tripartite conference, so we can talk with him. Okay, but you need to tell him, Pierre, let's do something. Let's do something.
Okay.
No?
That's the
let's
do something small.
Let's do something. So let's see if it works. If you are comfortable, whatever. No.
Right. Exactly. So I think that is the situation now. I told you that I will work with Pierre. You actually try to the bottom of Mr. Zelle, okay, the other French guy. Have a conference with him, talk to him, because he replied on this JP54 transaction about some questions, okay? Right. I need this. So what I want you to do is do a very thorough analysis on Mr. Zelle's capability, okay, as to what kind of, he has got a lot of context, okay, in petroleum business. And he's also facilitating. Nice guy, he's also facilitating my gold business also, okay? He's very interested in doing that. And we are a joint venture partner. Okay, again, he's my joint venture partner. We have signed the, the agreement. And I told him that, you are mandate and you can complete all the paperwork. You've got a signature authority. So you don't have to ask me to do it. You take care of the transactions yourself. Because you are a company in France, you are a reputed person yourself. And then our relationship, how we'll split the profit. So you can do it yourself. And so he is interested in both. He knows all my buyers of, gold, okay, and as well as petroleum now. And so he is a very senior and old partner. Pierre, we has joined recently, Pierre is just 1 month old. This guy we know for about 1 year, with Zelle. So Zelle is another very seasoned player, okay, in the petroleum business as well as in gold business. and he understands and executes things very fast. So I will take care of Pierre. You take care of working with Zele about anything you need to do with petroleum. We can do the alliance. Again, the same alliance, okay? Three-way alliance with Zele. So you do that. I will do the three-way alliance with Pierre, so that all the things which we talk to him, it's attractive for him. That okay, he will be able to sell a lot of petroleum products because we have got exit buyers, and we will simply ask him that okay, in order for you to move forward with all those things, your test is to conclude the 21 metric ton transaction in Japan. That's it.
So going back to my idea, because you were very kind, Mofadal, to explain yours regarding how to develop a bridge party or a political party in Peru or in Uganda or in Brazil.
Exactly. Okay? That's a plan. That's a plan I have.
Yeah, but my contribution to you is, in order to do that, in order, you have to be successful first.
No, you need money. You need money to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, because it's like easy.
Now I tell you how we are going to do that. Once we conclude these transactions, and the first thing you recommended was to buy that mine in Peru, right? So once you become the gold mine owner in Peru, then I think we can do that.
Yeah, that will be easy.
That will be easy
because listen, really. I don't know if
although I consider myself as the owner of the mine, because the owner, and owner wants to help us out doing it. So if we can looking at that equation, I feel very confident that we will be owning that mine. And today if we involve our miner also into our loop, then I think things can happen very fast, because collectively it is easy to do things, and if we sign a contract, okay, and with all the terms and conditions, that this is how the payments are going to be coming in, and so the contract is signed between three of us, okay, and the miner, and we say, okay, this is the terms and conditions, and this is how we will be bringing in the money to develop the mine and everything, so that way I think it will be easy to so we can say, okay, the contract has been signed, and now our target is to bring that kind of money as foreign direct investment into Peru, to have the ball rolling.
Okay,
that will be easier, which you can do, which you can easily do. It's in your power.
I can do that. Yes, of course. I can introduce that person to you.
No, it doesn't really. I don't need to introduce it to me. You simply say that, okay, I am part of Mufaddal. Whatever he does, I know on a daily basis what is happening. And now we are ready to move forward, to sign the contract, official contract with you. Okay, so let's do the contract. We are very, very close to concluding our transactions, and the money will be available and coming to Peru as a foreign direct investment.
Okay.
Based on that, anyway, you can initiate that dialogue.
Sure, but I know the mentality of the person. I will introduce the person to you. So
okay, fine, no problem. I'll talk to him.
I know that.
No issues.
Okay, Mofadal, my pleasure.
Pleasure talking to you. You take care of Zele. I will take care of Pierre, and hopefully in a day or two we move forward with closing a transaction.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right,
have a good day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Take care.